Good morning, welcome everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Chrissy and today I'm going to be giving you a prediction reading for the 16th of June. Now first up guys, please consider subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, it'd be lovely to have you here. Hit those like buttons and please feel free to comment down below. We chat to each other here, we let each other know what's going on in our countries because we often don't get the correct information, as we know, on our mainstream media quite often. Cheers everybody, I have got my coffee. Little bit of admin first off. Guys, I've been telling you this week about my girlfriend's book, Finding Stillness by Liliana Riven. Her name is Sandy. She's a doggy whisperer. That's what she's very, very talented with horses and animals and also humans. She does a lot of healings on people as well. She's very, very talented. We're doing a question and answer on Wednesday. So if you've got any questions, keep them coming in. I've got a few good questions, guys. Under your comment, just put a little Q at the bottom and then write your question just so that I can find it pretty easily. So feel free to do that. And we'll be doing that, like I said, on Wednesday. Okay, a little bit of admin, guys. Not tons. We've always got a little bit of something to touch on, haven't we, guys? Well, we have to talk about it. The Royal Kardashians. We did say we might see them in the carriages. Well, they've made an appearance at the changing of the troops, is it? Or the something about the troop colours or something like that. Or was it the King's birthday? I get muddled up, guys, you know I do. We've had the appearance from Kate. And looking basically pretty normal. A little thin getting out of the carriage, but that's not something new really. It did look like her own hair. I've got to say, on the balcony when they showed you close-ups, it did look like her own hair. She did not look like someone who's been through a huge journey of chemotherapy or anything, I have to say. Let me know your opinions down below. Especially you guys in the UK, you'll probably be hearing a few things, but it didn't look like a wig to me. And she still had her eyebrows. Everything looked pretty normal. I don't know. I don't know what is going on. And Chucky, well, he's just getting on with the show. Had cancer, just getting on with the show. Nothing makes sense. And I know a lot of my viewers out there, you've had cancer and you know how tiring and exhausting that journey is. I think it'd be interesting to hear from you guys as well because, I don't know, there's a lot of question marks, isn't there? But we have had the Kate appearance, so that way they'll keep people quiet for a little while. The other thing I just want to mention here is, oh yes, I've been talking for a few weeks now how Australia's getting choked by China, really. We keep getting sold off by elbow. Well, we've got the Chinese premier here now. His name is Li Kuang, I think his name is. Some big honcho over there who works for Xi Jinping, obviously. And he's here in Oz talking about economic ties, wine industries. They're visiting the Adelaide Zoo because apparently the pandas they gave us aren't mating, so there's a problem there. But, you know, it's all about panda, which is our code word for China here. And there's also something about visa deals in order to get tourists going to China. Don't know what that's about, but it's all a little strange. So we've got him here. Oh, excuse me, guys. It's touring this panda event. We've got him here. And he's meeting with Elbow tomorrow. So what will come of that? And and they're talking about how, apparently they're talking about how democracies are under threat in the region, which we've all known because they're taking over all the little islands and democracy's disappearing off them. And it's how Australia's caught in the middle. That was what the journalist was saying. Oh yes, we're caught in the middle. It looks like we're getting right in the middle of it all now, doesn't it, guys? So, China's visiting here for a couple of days. Li Kuang, I think his name is. And also, they just sort of brushed over briefly on the news. And this was mainstream media, guys, here in Oz. Oh, the Swiss Alps. We know they're having a lot of meetings coming together, these global elites and leaders. Yes, the old Swiss Alps, they call it. We know what goes on in the Swiss Alps, don't we, guys? And nothing's ever favourable to the little people in these meetings. But it was the Ukraine Peace Summit. Yep. And all I saw was Zelensky just talking and everybody donating more money to him. So to me, it was just a big money-making event for Ukraine, basically. That's what's happening at the minute. Oh, just exhausting. Same shit, different day, guys, basically. Hey, guys, I just wanted to mention to you guys, because I know a lot of you guys watch crime as well. I love watching a bit of crime and everything, and I'm following the Karen Reid case. I'm sure a lot of you are. It's so interesting, isn't it? That Rachel Morin case, they've arrested a guy. I don't know if you've heard about that. It's in America. She was, well, brutally beaten and killed, etc. And they had DNA from that, and they found this guy had actually done a home invasion across the country or something like that as well. And but I think they've got the suspect now in Oklahoma. But get this, guys, he was a citizen of El Salvador, and he crossed the border in 2023. So here we go, guys. More of this shit is going to start happening unless people stand up about the migrant issues. And apparently he'd already killed someone in El Salvador a month earlier. So here we go, guys. When they're coming across borders, no ID, no identifications. Who are they? What crimes have they committed? Not an issue for Joe Biden, is it? Unbelievable, isn't it, guys? Who else is in the country, you know? These are the things you have to query, don't you, guys? All right, how about we get straight into the video, guys, and we'll see what comes up. Oh, they're giving me visions again of Trudeau as Lord Farquaad of Shrek. He's this man on this horse that thinks he's all full of power and reigning over the people like his kingdom. But then when he gets off the horse, he's just this little short man. Like, they lift him out of the boots off the horse. If you haven't seen Shrek, maybe go check it out. Lord Farquaad. I'm sure there's plenty of clips on YouTube. They lift him off the horse, and he's this little short, stumpy man. But that's what I'm getting for Trudeau. He's really a little man inside. He's not this big. See, we know he's trying to be one of the superpowers. He wants to be up there with Putin, and he wants to be up there with Xi Jinping. But he's not like them. He doesn't have that in him. It's not in him, but he wants it. And he's trying to fool the people like the Lord Farquaad on the horse, that he's this big, powerful person running the country and people should all be very afraid of him. But when you take him off the horse, they're just saying that he's not this big, powerful man. That's what I'm getting from the guides. He's not as powerful as he thinks. I reckon people are going to stand up to Trudeau. God, I hope this Freedom Party thing comes off. It's just an illusion. He puts himself on the pedestal. We know he does. Because it's not the people putting him on the pedestal. People aren't looking up to him like a wonderful leader. They're not. He's putting himself on the pedestal. He's the only person who's put himself on the pedestal. And when you're the only person who's put yourself on the pedestal, it's not hard to be knocked off. It's sort of showing me like a heap of people could come over and just shake that pedestal and knock you off. Fingers, guys. That's what I'm getting for him. He's a bit of a Lord Farquaad out of Shrek. He thinks he's bigger than what he is what I'm getting. And he's just a dictating tyrant. That's what the guides are saying. He's a dictating tyrant. They keep showing me that scene of Gingy when he's got Gingy on the frying pan or whatever it is on the pan cooking, and he's breaking his legs off or something like that. And he's going, "I'm not a monster, you are." Gingy's like, what does Gingy do? I can't even remember. It's such a classic scene. I'm just kidding. "I'm not a monster, you are." Something like, I don't even remember. But it's a great show. If you haven't seen Shrek, go and watch it. You'll laugh. It's great viewing. So I am getting that. He's just a dictating tyrant. We know he's full of his own ego, basically. Nothing new there. But the little people didn't put him there, remember? And he certainly wasn't voted in by the little people. I keep getting Germany's rising. Germany's up. They're still on their feet, Germany. They won't be knocked over. The people will not be knocked over in Germany. They're fighting hard. The human spirit in Germany is very, very strong. Very strong. The fighting spirit in them is just, what's the word? Saying tireless, like they won't tire. They're not going to tire, the people in Germany. They're very, very strong. Got good tenacity, good staying power. All right. Keep getting England's rising. I keep getting that your numbers will get more and more and more and more and more. I keep getting it. It's good for next March. Fingers, it just keeps rising. And I think you might have a more variety of flags even in those marches. Like I think you had Wales. You probably had. Did you have Ireland and Scotland? Maybe you had some surrounding regions as well. But I feel like there's even going to be more flags. Because a lot of this, it's not only about cost of living, but a lot of this is about the immigration and the open borders. A lot of it is about that. We know that it is. And what it is people don't want that hostile up energy. We always talk about when people come from, for example, Muslims, not that I'm being racist, but they do bring, this is an example, they bring their religion. They bring that volatile energy from war-torn countries. That's just how it is. They just stay in that hypervigilant up energy. And this is what the people are sort of marching about. They don't want segregation. People want integration. They don't want large groups that are separated from society because it causes problems. That's basically, I mean, that's not being hidden. That's a fact, isn't it? When you've had those plasticine marches and that kept growing every weekend. The freedom marches are having an impact on those because they're starting to realize, oh, hang on, there's people that don't want us doing this. So there's a little bit of conflict now for the plasticine protests. I keep getting that. They thought they could just keep doing it, but now they're realizing that perhaps when you do go to a different country, that they're just not going to tolerate all of that that's going on. All right. I'm seeing a big shift in China. I am. And it's the shift of the people. People are going to fight back in China. I keep getting it. They're going to fight back. See, people, their memories go back to the Ottawa protests. And people are kind of seeing now, because you've got to remember, guys, that more people are waking up. They're seeing things for what they really are. Some still stuck in the mass psychosis for the picky wheel, but there's a lot of people waking up to the reality of where life is headed now. And that's what I'm getting in China. People are looking back to the Ottawa event and realizing what was so bad that those people were doing. Peaceful, we know they were portrayed on the mainstream media as small, radical, fringe minority, bloody conspiracy theorists, everything else, that wouldn't conform. But now people are starting to look back and they're thinking maybe those people, maybe there was something to all that. Like maybe, just maybe, those people were right in standing up and trying to change things. Yeah, they're realizing that now, after all the bank accounts got frozen and suddenly their freedom's disappearing by the day and it's becoming a bit of a communist rule over there. People are starting to wake up, guys. So fingers, I'm still getting it. There's a shift in China in the people. People don't like where Trudeau's taking them. They don't like it. People are starting to feel like they're locked up in prison. That's what I'm getting. They're being very controlled. Everything's very manipulated. But basically what it is people know their freedom's disappearing every day. It's the freedom disappearing. They're starting to get wind of it, guys. This is good. This is what you want, because you want people to stand up and reflect on the Ottawa protest, because it's the Ottawa protest that woke the rest of the world up. And it was a major, major event. And people are now looking to that, people in China, and questioning what was so bad about what those people were doing. And why did the police take their petrol? And why did they make it so hard for them? And why did they stomp on them with horses? This is the kind of stuff people are starting to reflect on. All right. Now I'm getting Australian. I'm getting Albanese sucking up to this bloody Chinese bloody premier guy, Lee Kwong. I'm getting there's going to be this big suck up. Elbow's just sucking up. We know it's all about money and power, and Elbow climbing the ladder of success. So he'll do whatever it takes. He'll pretend, see, Elbow's one of these people who pretend he's being the peacemaker. But he's not, because like I said to you guys, when Solomon Islands got taken over by Panda, the people stood up and fought back. And who went over? The Australian Defence Force, and squashed all the people and shut them up, and China just moved on in and has taken over and is doing all their mining and everything. So Elbow is a suck up. We know that he is. So I'm getting that. Oh, he's the peacemaker. He's not the peacemaker at all. He's the money maker. It's all about Elbow and his power and influence. And I keep telling you they call him Yelbo behind closed doors in Parliament, don't I? Because he yells all the time. So I'm getting that he's going to try and be the diplomatic persuasion of the Pacific, it's saying. And he wants to keep Panda on side. He doesn't want to get them off side. So he'll do whatever it takes to keep them on side. See, this is the stupid part. They always say Panda, which is China here if you knew. Panda's the big threat to everybody, like this, and very intimidating and all that. It's such a laugh, isn't it? It's just intimidation. Nothing ever comes of it. It's just political power, really, isn't it? So Elbow's going to be the peacemaker. Oh, I can't wait to see these little interviews with this guy, Lee Kwong. Oh, my God. I'll keep you up to date, guys. I'm sure it'll be good for a laugh. All right, let's keep going. God, I keep getting America's Rising. Come on, guys, you have to. You have to stand up. You have to stand up. Hang on. Oh, how's the Hunter Biden gun inquiry thing? Nothing's going to come of it. We know it's not, but it's still getting dragged through the courts. Oh, such a laugh. All right. Oh, they're showing me people racing to the polls. When your polling opens, your polling booth, it's showing me people racing to get there. They're shoving people out of the way like this. They're shoving people out of the way to get to the poll booth. It's showing me that, I know a lot of you have probably watched Seinfeld. There's a scene in Seinfeld where George Costanza is this clown at a kid's party, and there ends up being a fire, and he shoves everybody out of the way, shoves this grandma out of the way, and she's got a walker and everything. He shoves her out of the way to get out of the apartment building. God, sorry guys, it's just funny. It just comes to me, the visual of it. And it's fire, and he's shoving everyone out of the way, not helping anybody. Well, that's the image they're getting me. People are that desperate to get to the polls. That's what I'm getting in America. It's you're going to have zillions of more people voting. I'm sure a lot of people have done donkey votes and things in the past. But I feel you're going to have very good turn-ups to the polls. People cannot wait to get there. There's a race to get to the polls, the voting polls. And fingers, they're legitimate this time. Because I really don't think they were last time. I've said it a few times. Remember, my videos are just for entertainment purposes, guys. Okay, let's keep going. I think too what's happening in America is people are really visually aware. And look, we talk about it all the time, about Biden's cognitive decline and just his physical, I don't even know. He just looks old. And we know, even at our ages, guys, I know a lot of you guys are around my age. Look at my key week, losing my keys every 5 minutes. You get forgetful. your mind just goes, how can you make world decisions on a global scale and global stage when you're Joe Biden's age? I know some people can be sharp and that, but I think in the minds of the people in America, it's not feeling like a safe bet moving forward, especially when it comes to threats of war. And we know Biden's very good. He loves discussing war and talking about war, and that makes people uneasy and uncomfortable. And I can tell you now, we always go back to the Bordergate scandal. People aren't quick to forget, and they all know that Biden flew the old Mexican gates open. And that's in people's minds now. Like, what have you done to our country? Don't worry, people know. Look at the crimes going on, like I was just talking about. People know. People know, like, why are you letting more people in when we've got a massive homelessness problem over here? People aren't stupid, guys. All right, so I'm getting that. Racing to the polls. America will be racing to the polls. I know this is very hard to believe still, but I still get this global boiling, global warming thing, like fires, raging fires, like catastrophic fires. I keep seeing it. Hopefully not burning towns down and things like that. I see lots of bushland, just out of control fires. I'm just seeing it. See, Maui, obviously, to us on this channel, was a big giant experiment to see what's going to happen, what's the fallout, how do people react. So many questions. It's an endless lot of questions around Maui still to this day. But I still get it. I know a lot of you are still getting rain. You're getting UK, you're like winter still. It's mad. But I'm still seeing it, guys. So don't be surprised you're still at the end of summer. You get like extreme heat waves. You think about it. If they can manipulate the weather to create snow, to create rain, I'm sure they can create dryness and heat. Look what they did in, was it Dubai, where they recently, it was so hot they caused those floods with their manipulation. Like, that idiotness, isn't it? And when you play around with Mother Nature, it stuffs everything up. So I'm still getting it, and it's also got to, like I keep saying, fit the narrative. So I still get these visions of very, very hot, scorching, roads melting images. I'm just getting this abnormal, everything abnormal, because then, good, we'll get back to the renewable energy stuff we're trying to sell. The solar panels, because I tell you what, in the UK, your solar panels wouldn't be going so well this spring and summer, would they? Not lots of charge going on. Actually, that's the latest. Did I tell you here they're thinking about charging people who make extra power off their solar panels and putting it into the grid? They're thinking of charging them now for that. Like, go figure. What a bloody bunch of robbers they are. Unbelievable, this stuff. So I still feel this is coming, guys, so be prepared. But it can change at any minute, and we know it can. Plus, like I always say, they just feed people things on TV, and then people start believing it, and then they talk about it, and then all the fear rises, and then, it'll be great. We can all get our solar panel packages, and we'll have plenty of heat, and just nothing makes sense, guys. Nothing. It's like I was talking about yesterday. Nothing's making sense. Because they changed the reset. I keep getting this image of the reset's changed. They've changed the train line. That's what I'm getting. When people stand up and fight back, it causes them to change things. So I still get that. I talked about it yesterday, that people going down this road, and now the government's changed things and everyone's going down this road, which is always negative. I did relate it to the concentration camps, and nothing positive in it for the little people. It's terrible. How's there anything, like, really, if you think about it, all the things we've been talking about here for the last 4 years, guys, 4.5 years probably now, like, what's been positive about it for the little people? If anyone can name anything, write it down below, because we'd love to hear it. Because I think we could list off a lot of the negative things, like, You know, people can't even afford to go out to a coffee shop, or they can't. The movies here in my town have closed down. Small businesses are closing. We've all lost family and friends. Like, really, there's like an endless list of sort of negative outcomes. I'm really struggling to find any positive outcomes, guys, that have come of this. Oh, maybe we've managed, I suppose, to shed a few people who probably weren't good for us in our lives. Like, the only thing that I can think of is the awakening is the good part, isn't it, guys? Where you feel freer, you enjoy life, you discover your creativities, your passions, release that pain in your body. There's some positive things. That's true. They're positive things that have come out of this. Otherwise, we probably wouldn't have gone through our big awakenings. Like, that's true. And I know a lot of your questions for me and Sandy next week are about the awakening process. We talked about that the other day, like, why were we the first ones to kind of wake up? But it's like the guide said to us, because we're the intuitives, we're the psychics, we're the sensitive souls, we're the ones that could hold that frequency vibration and see things before they happen. So it allowed us to get in that vibrational frequency of awareness that other people could sort of follow. So we were sort of leading by example is what I keep getting. Oh my God, guys. We knew this 6 months was going to be confusing, but it is so damn confusing, isn't it, guys? Oh, now that I've totally confused you. How about we pull some cards, guys, before my brain fries? Let's pull a Foxfire. It's cold here today. It's still sleeting and raining outside. Growth. Yeah, beautiful. She's got the antenna growing here. New growth. We're always open to growing. Look at the beautiful tree on her torso there. That's like, to me, that represents inner growth. That's what it is. And she's got the sort of, well, it's like a crystal ball really in her hand, isn't it? Seeing your visions, moving forward. Just, that's personal growth. Growth in all areas. And particularly spiritual growth. That's a huge part of our journey as awakened souls, is to keep growing spiritually. You don't want to stagnate. Let's pull an Oracle of the Unicorns. Oh my gosh. They're all delight. Count your blessings and enjoy life. Take pleasure in simple things. Always expect the best. Oh. Look at that. We often talk about blowing those little dandelion things, don't we? Because I always get scared I'm going to get weeds all over the lawn. But it is like a childlike wonder, isn't it, when you blow that? Delight. It's almost like a dragonfly unicorn, isn't it, guys? Count your blessings, enjoy life, take pleasure in simple things, always expect the best. We really do take pleasure in simple things. Really simple things we really enjoy now. Things that probably most of your life you never saw too. I think that's the one thing that we've really noticed and we take delight in, is the very basic, simple things of life. Things don't just sort of whiz past us anymore. We notice things, don't we, guys? Let's pull a Whispering Woods. We really notice things now. We take the time to notice things. We take moments of like pleasure and just, I don't know, life's very different when you awaken. I know you guys understand. Shuffle. Journey. Branch out to new worlds. Ooh. And again, if you think about branch out to new worlds, I think of the branches growing on a tree. They continue to grow, don't they? Like from your tree trunk, you get branches growing, and then you get other branches, and then you get little tiny branches, and the tree just keeps growing. It keeps expanding. That's our journey, expansion. It's like keep growing new branches. It's like they say when you stimulate your brain, doesn't that keep your brain stem cells growing or something like that? It's that kind of thing. That's why you don't want to stagnate. You want to keep expanding and keep your branches growing, guys. That's why we always talk about learning learning off people. For example, we talk about Eckhart Tolle, Wayne Dyer, Louise L. Hay, Greg Braden, Aaron Doherty. Oh my God, Sonia Choquette. There's so many people that we can learn off. I do those hypnosis videos by Paul McKenna. That's helped me heaps. Everybody's different. They're on YouTube too. They're brilliant. Helps you about confidence and getting into your subconscious mind. So we're always learning. I learn heaps off Sandy. I've learned so many things off my girlfriend Sandy. She's absolutely brilliant at teaching me how to calm the dogs down, how to calm myself down. We just have to keep expanding like the tree and keep our branches growing. All right, let me see if there's one more thing to finish off with, guys. They keep giving me that song, boy. I don't know who sings it, but they keep just giving me these visions. The dream police, they live inside of my head. We had it the other day too, this song. The dream police, they with me in my bed, oh no. And when I fall asleep, whatever the words are of that song, it's like this chaotic energy. It's like even our dreams get policed now. Like everything, which they probably do actually. If you think about AI and all the technology, they say don't have your phone near your bed and all that sort of stuff. Not just for the pings, but I think they do hear some things. Because sometimes you'll think things and then it'll turn up on your phone and you think, did that just read my mind? Like this does happen. So I'm getting this dream police. They live inside of my head. That's why it's so important to keep our head clear of the clutter, guys, as well. I'm getting that song. We had it the other day. I don't know. We're getting it again. All right. Oh, hang on a minute. They're giving me the band. I'm just trying to get a song on my own. They're giving me Sherbet. I can't get it out of my head. They're giving me How's That by Sherbet. They're an Aussie band. I loved Sherbet. I love Sherbet. That's Daryl Braithwaite. You've probably all heard of him. And I'm getting another song of theirs, which is Can You Feel It, Baby? Can you feel it, baby? Can you feel it in your groove? Do you feel sensations running through your mind? Go check that song out. I think it's Can You Feel It, Baby by Sherbet. I'm pretty sure that's what the song's called. Can you feel it? And deep in your heart, this is of a different kind. Let me check. I hate giving you the wrong songs in case you look them up, guys. Sherbet. I'm sure it's Can You Feel It? It's an old song, but the way we feel things, guys, we're very sensitive souls, aren't we? Sherbet. Can you... Oh, yeah, it's Can You Feel It, Baby? It is. Oh, I love that song. I really love that song. It's one of my favourite Sherbet songs, actually. So I'm getting that. Hang on a minute. I'm getting Midnight Oil. I know a lot of you know Midnight Oil, Peter Garrett, that dances like this. Outside World. I'm getting Nothing's Ever Perfect in the Outside World. I'm pretty sure it's called Outside World. Da-da-dun, da-da-dun. Oh, I really love that song too. Nothing is inviting in the outside world. Must be called Outside World, guys, by Midnight Oil. All right. They're giving me that Michael Jackson song again, You Are Not Alone. You are not alone. I am here with you. Though you're far away, I am here to stay. God, I love that song. I love that song. I often talk about Michael Jackson and how I think he was quite an awake person. We don't know what's real and what wasn't, because we know they feed the media a lot of things, guys. I do believe he was a very awake person, and a lot of it is written about in his music. So I'm going to leave with that song today. You are not alone, meaning we are not alone. We get supported, we get guided. We support each other too through these crazy times, guys, as well. So I want you to go and play that song today by Michael Jackson, You Are Not Alone. I love that song, and he puts his hands out and looks up. It's just beautiful. It's like he's almost just allowing things to come to him, and that's what we're like, guys. We've got to just allow things to come to us. So listen to your guidance too. Don't ignore it, guys, because it's always leading you somewhere, isn't it, guys? But we've learnt that here, haven't we? All right, I'm going to say goodbye from Mr. Have a wonderful Sunday, everybody, and the rest of your weekend. I'll come and talk to you tomorrow. Take care. Don't forget, write your questions down below. Hit the like buttons, and I'll talk to you very soon. Take care, everybody. Bye.